Hey, it's really been a while. I have been inundated with work. I mean, senior, trying to apply for colleges, but I had to take a break. And I guess you could say I'm uploading this video in the heat of the moment, so to speak, um, because I saw something rather disturbing on the internet today. And it's something that I've seen little bits of many, many times, but I guess you could say it's the last straw. The last straw has just been drawn, and I need to say something. Also, I have a pretty good opportunity to do so because CJ, several weeks ago, uploaded her independent rant because I was kind of missing in action. So she ranted about Facebook. By the way, it's a very intriguing rant, and I totally agree with her, so go check that out if you haven't already. So my independent rant is going to be on a photo, and I wish I had it so I could just show you. But I can't, so I'll just describe it. I saw it on a Tumblr, and it said, "Food will only make you unhappy." And I just sat and I stared at it. I just stared. And the text is in big white letters, and next to it is a girl with that highly coveted gap between the thighs, which, by the way, I personally think just looks scary. Scary. And she's just, lanky, bony. And there's nothing wrong if you're a skinny person, number one, so please do not think for a second that I'm saying that if you're skinny, you're ugly. That is so not what I'm saying at all. But this girl was emaciated. And with the message next to it, you get the point. And then someone even had the nerve to write underneath it, "Starve on, ladies." Now, I'm sitting here and I'm like at once enraged and depressed. Our bodies work so hard every day. Your body it encases your brain, it keeps it, and it encases your heart, and it does everything for you. You would not be sitting here watching this. You wouldn't be sitting here, physically, period, without your body. That's like a duh. Like, I shouldn't even be saying that right now. That obviously goes without saying. So then why is that, like, the first thing that people, like, that people are so quick and just to attack it? And it's just, they just readily just go along and are out to destroy it. That's destroying your body. You need food, you need nourishment, so your brain functions properly. Disorders exist. Yes, if you have that attitude about eating, then you sincerely and utterly have a problem, and you need to fix that. And I genuinely feel terribly for anyone who thinks that eating is going to make them worse. You should never feel like that. Depriving yourself of that will only drive you nuts. Will drive you literally nuts. It will drive you into the hospital if you let it go on long enough. It's like, and then I get enraged. I get really angry because people just don't treat their bodies or themselves with any respect whatsoever. Ugh. I'm like getting winded just talking about this. Okay. On the other end, I'm going to address an issue that is once different and exactly the same. Body image take two. So, I wrote an article about this in my school newspaper last year. It was something that enraged me and just upset me just as much as this whole skinny, don't eat or you'll die. Well, yeah, if you don't eat, you're gonna die. So why? And the whole notion of it is so contradictory, by the way. That doesn't make any sense. Like, logically, that makes zero sense. Like, if you eat, you live. If you don't eat, you'll die. True! Anyway, I'm sorry. So back to the next subject. I don't recall her name, and I wish I did. But this woman is a rather famous fashion blogger. And again, I remember the exact title of her blog either. Again, this was last year. I know she was on a talk show with Oprah. She might have even been on with Ellen. But I know she's been featured by a lot of people. I remember reading about her in a magazine the next day. And she blogs about clothing choices for curvy women. Curvy women. Now, I really have to apologize for the air quotes. Now, let me start by saying, I am not a twig by any means. In fact, I'm not even thin by any means. Am I obese? No, absolutely not. I try and be as self-aware as possible. But, you could say, I mean, that I've got a bit of a body. You could definitely say that because it's true. Okay, it's true. And the reason why I'm making that point is I'm not out to try and mock people because they actually have some meat on their bones. Especially ladies, I mean, like, you know, you're kind of supposed to. Like, it keeps you healthy, right? Like, please use your brain. Like, you need fat to live, okay? So, but there's a line that I draw. There is a line that I draw. There is a difference. And I know, as a very self-accepting, confident person, there is a huge difference between self-acceptance and confidence and just unabashed indifference. Indifference toward your bodily needs. Now, how does this relate to what I was just talking about with this curvaceous thing we've got going on? 50 years ago, and of course there were plenty of things wrong in the 50s, but stick with me here. In the 50s, or even the 60s, even the 70s, and the 80s, huge in the 80s, was fitness, promoting decent eating, promoting being good to your body. 50 years ago, 40 years ago, 30 years ago, you weren't curvy and you weren't plus-sized. I'm just going to say it. You are overweight. And you know what people did? People took a stand to their health needs, to their bodily needs, and said, you know what? I gotta lose some weight. And I know that I have the potential to look good, so I'm going to go ahead and do it. What the hell happened to that attitude? And I'm seeing it in 17 magazine, I'm seeing it in Lucky, I'm seeing it everywhere. All of a sudden, you're not, of course I'm not going to use a word like overweight or chubby. I get that. It's offensive. It's politically incorrect. I get it. I know that. I just don't like that now. It's almost becoming a fashion trend. I feel like all I'm reading about is all these curvy women who are successful. Are they going to talk about the average-sized girl? Hi, myself, the average-sized girl who runs this stellar fashion blog, but who cares about her? Who cares about her success? She's not overweight and she's not super skinny. Who cares? I don't see why it's like, I know that people have struggled with weight issues for so long. I know we're constantly trying to combat that because, especially here in the U.S., I mean, everyone makes fun of us for our obesity rates. And I know people just want to, like, take a stand and be like, fuck you, I'm going to do this. And I say power to them. It's like one hand kind of wants to give them a high five, but the other hand kind of, like, wants to, like, just take their hand and be like, no. This isn't healthy, and this attitude isn't healthy. And I even remember quoting in my newspaper article what this fashion blogger was saying, how she said, I'm not focused on my body right now. I'm focused on my career, and I'm focused on my family. I don't care about my body. Since when is that okay? Since when is it okay to just not care about your body? Like, that statement is so dangerous, and we're promoting that. I mean, yeah, again, we want to make sure that we are self-empowered and self-aware and confident in ourselves, and we're not going to care what other people think, but you should be caring about what you look like. People should stop projecting their thoughts onto other people, like, oh, you need to be skinny, or, oh, no, you need to stay just the way you are, you don't need to lose any weight, when really, you do need to lose some weight. Or really, you do need to gain some weight and get some help. Here's what I want to know. After all this, where did the notion of healthy eating and exercise go? Where did it go? And another question, where does the middle woman stand? Where does the middleman stand? It's like we're living in a world of extremes right now, and they're yo-yoing back and forth. When weight yo-yos, that's unhealthy. Neither are these trends. Neither are these issues that we're highlighting, whether it's bad press or good press. They shouldn't be highlighted like this. They shouldn't be glamorized. I mean, and they shouldn't just be stepped upon without trying to see the other side. I'm friends with eating disorders. I'm sorry. What? No, I'm sorry. I'm friends with people with eating disorders or who had eating disorders. I'm also friends and have plenty of relatives who have severe weight problems. And I'm standing in the middle like, okay, I feel like I'm just going to disappear between all these super skinny people that are getting all the attention and all these, I'm sorry, not overweight, not chubby, plus-sized people who are getting all the attention because, oh, they're going after what they want. I'm going after what I want, but, I mean, I just don't see why all of a sudden now weight should define who you are, whether you're skinny or fat. Your weight should not define who you are. You should be who you are, not your weight, and no one should obsess about that. If people just treated their bodies a little bit better, and when we say eat everything in moderation, no one seems to know what that means anymore. Let's go on a super extreme fruit detox diet. Oh, that's it. Let's eliminate carbohydrates, which you need for energy. Let's eliminate all forms of protein. Let's just eat nothing but fruit, nothing but sugar. But it's natural sugar, so it's okay. No. And haven't we all noticed that we shouldn't be following any of these diet trends anyway? Because everyone seems to be on something different. Everyone swears by the no-carb diet. Everyone swears by the no-fat diet. Everyone swears by counting calories. I swear by loving yourself, by exercising, and by eating in moderation. I don't see why people don't want to do that. People would just be so much happier if they were better to their bodies. I don't know why people insist on just being so cruel to themselves. Losing weight is hard work. I have news for you. There's no easy way around it. And you're not going to get there by distracting your body by these great accomplishments, and you're not going to accomplish anything by starving yourself. You're not going to accomplish anything by either of those things. And I wish people would stop having that attitude because it's unhealthy. Anyway, I'm going to sign off and get back to, college applications. I really should be doing that. But I really felt like that needed to be heard. And I want to apologize to anyone if that sounded harsh. And please hear this video out. Please, I'm imploring that you do that because I'm honestly saying, I'm saying this with the best intentions. And the message that I'm trying to get across today is please just use your head and be good to your body. There's no secret formula and there's no way of trying to avoid it. Denial's not healthy and starvation isn't healthy. Just be a happy person, be healthy, and do what's right for your body because your body does a lot of shit for you. Try and do a little, just even an eighth of what it does for you every day. It's magnificent. It's fascinating. It's amazing. Get to know your body, please, and keep it healthy. You need that until you die. Signing off for now. CJ, I'll turn it over to you, and if we want to start with a topic together like we usually do, fine. If you want to go independent again, that's cool too. Thank you guys for watching, and again, stay happy, stay healthy.